weekend and after church and before everyone's searching around the house for baskets of goodies, how about a really nice family breakfast?
I love this. Yeah, Chef Charine Croak is here with a simple but absolutely perfect recipe for a breakfast gathering. Thank you so much for being here today.
Of course.
Is this French toast? What are we making?
We're doing a French toast bake. So it's like our version of French toast, and the nice part about this, it can be for breakfast or brunch. Because I know everyone loves their Easter brunches.
Great with mimosa.
And they're all at a different time of day.
Exactly. And this is very nice because I feel like now that I have a child, I need something that's kid-friendly. So we're going to do this the night before, stick it in the refrigerator, pop it in the oven, and then, you know, 40 minutes later, you're done.
I love those.
Easy peasy. Super easy. Okay.
What do we start with?
So you're going to start by doing the oil, right? I like these spray oils right on the pan so nothing sticks. So you're going to spray that right on there.
Okay.
Then we're going to add our bread.
What kind of bread is this?
So we have a nice Italian loaf right here. So you can use almost any bread that you guys have at home. So you can pour that.
Is it good to have it like a little like crunchier, like, or
you can? I leave it out.
Matter.
I like cut it and then I do everything else and then I put it on there. So it's a little harder, but it doesn't need to be.
We're going to use all of this here?
Yeah, as much as you can fit in there.
All right.
And remember that custard's gonna soak it up. So the nice part about doing it the night ahead is that you're gonna get more flavor into your French toast. You're good
it'll
there.
kind of marinate a little bit.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Got most of it in there.
Yeah.
All right.
If you're trying to write down that recipe, it is also on WTOL.com. So you can just watch us and then grab it.
Perfect. That's exactly. So now we're gonna do our milk. Our eggs are already whisked.
Okay.
And then we're gonna add in our milk. Oh no. And sorry. Into here.
I thought it was one of those dump over
I would have done the same thing.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It will be a dump over eventually.
Perfect. That's good.
Okay.
And then our heavy cream right there.
See, this is why we have aprons, because I make a mess even not on myself, but in the dish.
And then we're gonna do a splash of our vanilla extract.
Okay,
it's really.
When you say splash.
Yep, perfect.
All right.
And then a little bit of cinnamon. Can't go without some cinnamon and French toast, right?
Is that good? Do we want more?
That's perfect, because you're gonna do more over here.
Okay.
You're gonna whisk that together, and then we're gonna add our sugar. Perfect, and then we're gonna add our sugar right to it.
All right, here it comes.
And so this is making this kind of like nice custard.
Does all of this go in?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before I go and dump all this sugar in, and then we're all sugary for Easter.
Oh,
well,
that in the baskets,
that's
I mean,
good.
it's gonna happen.
And then now we're just gonna dump that right on top, and you're just gonna be careful of those edges.
So like you don't want to.
Yep. So we'll put
it. You want to get it up.
Yep. You want to just make sure you're getting the whole thing, and then you're gonna use your glove to push it down, so you're okay.
Okay. Da-da-da. Am I getting the edges? I'm trying.
I think maybe get this back corner here.
Oop. And I overflowed. That's probably what I wanted to be careful over.
Perfect. And that sugar comes out last, so you spread that up. And then now we're going to take all of this, get it out of our way.
Okay.
We're going to move this.
Am I pushing
that down? Yep.
Ooh.
Perfect.
Ooh, hello.
It makes a noise.
We're going to push that over for now. And we're going to change gloves.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll just switch the sides.
Switch me sides. So now we're going to make our nice little crumble on the top of this. Okay. So you're going to take cold butter and cube it. So we've already done that.
Cold butter, okay.
Yep. And you're going to toss that right in our little bowl. Perfect.
All right.
And then you're going to take flour and brown sugar. Dump right in there.
Maybe.
Sorry. Yep.
It's brown sugar.
It's brown sugar. Yeah, a little sticky. Perfect.
Yep.
And then just a tad bit more cinnamon.
Oh yeah, you can never have enough.
Right, especially for that French toast. It really gives the flavor out of that. Perfect.
Right.
Now we're just gonna knead it in like this.
You're gonna need new gloves too.
Well, you know what's fun is that I already have it right here.
Oh.
So look at that. We are good there. Now you could take our TV magic like it did.
And that's how it turns out.
This is how it turns out.
A little buttery still.
And then you're gonna add, you can just use that same glove and add it right to the top of that.
All right.
This is gonna be a nice
crumble.
Yep, brown sugar crumble on top.
Yum.
of our French toast.
I love the texture that it's gonna give it.
So nice and crispy at the top.
And that butter
so then
flavor.
you're gonna end up, that the butter will melt right into it. So you're gonna end up using all of that on the top of it, putting it in the oven for about 45 minutes. And you can use a bigger pan, double the recipe if you have 10 to 20 people or something like that. And then
Grandma, Grandpa coming.
pop this in the oven, and 40 minutes later, this comes out.
Look at how beautiful.
Yes.
So that is what we end up with.
It's even nice and warm. It really is.
And so we'll take our little spatula maybe, and then just cut a little portion out, and then let's see what it tastes like.
Okay.
Here, you can put it on this little butter plate.
Yep.
Let's do it. Whoa.
Perfect.
There we
And I
go.
would use that little bit of syrup, drizzle that right on top.
Maple syrup.
I love this maple syrup. It's actually from Canada. So we're
They know
getting
what they're doing.
fancy today.
And we can also use, our favorite local syrup.
Local syrup. You can even do your own syrups. You can add a little honey if you don't like syrups. So it depends on what you guys want to do.
Okay.
All right, and this is the true test.
Here we are.
This is a really big bite. It's nice
so
and
good.
crispy on top.
It is crispy. If you like that really nice crispy, I do broil it for like 30 seconds.
Oh, okay.
Just to give it a nice little extra hint of crisp to the top. So it's soft in the middle, exactly what you want your French toast to be, crispy on the top, and that beautiful layer of sugar with the maple syrup.
Do you ever put fruit in there, like apples or something?
Absolutely. You could do apples, you can do blueberries, strawberries, and you can even do a nice fresh strawberries or blueberries on the top. Or like a berry salad, do raspberries, blueberries, blackberries, and then add that to the top after.
That's fancy.
Yeah.
I'm easy. Easy
Well,
life.
if you have blueberries in the refrigerator, you might as well use them up.
that's
And
true.
so the kids get their blueberries
There's
that
some
way.
nutrition happening here.
Exactly. It's not just all fat.
If we make it overnight, can we put the crumble on the night before, or should we wait to do that in the
So
morning?
you want to wait to put the crumble on the top. I make the crumble, I stick it in a Ziploc baggie, toss it right on the top of that, because you're going to put Ziploc over it, and then toss it on the top, and then right before you're going to put it in the oven, just chop that crumble on there.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. Very good. That was delicious. Of course, we have the recipe for you on our website under the Good Day section. So look for us there. Chef Charine, thank you so much for coming
You're welcome.
today. And
Happy Easter.
I hope the baby boy loves his French toast.
He's going to love it.
I bet. Yes, he's going to love it.
Next year, he'll probably like it even more because he'll be able to eat it.
And that's serving of fruit.
Yes. Very good. Thanks for being here today. We have more Good Day coming up in just a bit. I'm getting another bite.
Me too.
Yes. All right.